Wait on your body.
We're going in the west.
Did you fall? Did you make it down? No.
I love you too.
It's been a year now. Dear, you must rest your maledictions. It is time.
Time. Time and its atrocious afflictions. In the jolting belly of the season is the perpetuity of its absence. And like a hammer on an anvil, it douses my heart with equal resonance.
Grass grieves in the minds of us mourners. The acerbity of a blade of a thought is enough to infuse this guilt in your corners. How much longer will you choose to remain caught?
Not much longer now, I suppose. Not much longer at all, if you ask me.
You must regain control. God is listening.
God is a lucrative infamy.
Enough of this, I pray you. Come, let us prime ourselves for the evening.
Jacques.
Yes.
I wish to stay in this evening.
You cannot.
Jacques.
Yes.
I must. I beg of you.
You will not. You will leaven the lisp of your reason. You will adhere to the antics of midsummer skin as well as to my side tonight at the comedy. For there will be none but laughter therein.
Tonight of all nights, dear. Grant me this. Leave me be. Alone with only my vulnerability. To assuage the rattle of this distance. This taciturn funeral hushed in volatility.
Stop tugging at my teeth.
I feel him ebbing away at me, tugging at the follicles of my sanity. Every night, Jacques, I try to rape the clock, which frolics as it swings and clamors as it mocks. It's slicing at my sanity. With every toll unabated, it gouges my plume, which once perforated, leaves me shackled to its mire.
This mire is that of your own tissue asylum. I understand your feelings. I had my ink, but now my quills too lay supine. If only they dangled like the look that hangs upon your brow, I might name this tune that marches in the morgue of my mind. But you carving the light by spinning your wrists, bending my knees. How am I to saunter in a jest such as this? Repentant to the core, I'd bring my lifelines to my ears to hear the echoes of past times when you and I were not alone. But these moments no longer chime. Nor will they ever.
Not here.
This winnowing breath of grief with which you speak in the cleft of stillness silences your unborn actions, serving only to pick at the scabs of his presence.
If you were to vesicate this honesty rather than complying with the orders of the season, perpetuate your stoic sensibility every time you penned an impartial self-portrait.
Perhaps if you curved your impasted strokes of the tongue, you could swindle the night into the day. And if you brandished that glint that swoons behind your eye, you could spindle memories of him at play, rather than of him sick and afraid and in dire need of a God you have abandoned.
For he has turned this space between us into tigers. How I wish I could unhook these silences that fester inside me. But inside each of my cankered teeth is a paltry civil war. And when they rub and fray, my mouth becomes an open sore.
You must stop purging the froth and nibbling at the flesh of a past unwilling. For in lifting this tide of traction, I find your strength seared and spilling.
Indeed, I am fractured and fumbling. But that is how it should be. If only my skin would wilt to jaundice morsels as his did. And in his fever, I can live in the den of my manor, of my solitude, of my sin.
The dearth of your voice prods the frontiers of my sobriety. As much as I purge and frisk, I wait too. So that when you have pressed the ebb of change against the shoal of time, brisk you will render yourself to me once again.
I am yours now, as he was ours then. But you choose to concern yourself with the upsets of the revocation, the edict of toleration, and the Paulette incapitation, and Moliere, to who, along with your friends the musicians, you still owe money to. Concern yourself with our idolatry, our son.
Your idolatry.